admission procedures at one of the top universities of the country, Delhi University, has started on the 1st of June.
Just like the previous year, students this year are expecting high cut-off rates for admission to the undergraduate courses.
Let's talk to a few people like how they have faced this situation at their time and what they think about the present scenario on high cut-offs.
I think the high cutoffs today in today's time, I think it's a little absurd because it's adding, to my mind, it's adding a lot of pressure and anxiety to a student's mind. In our times, because that was a time again studies had never been easy for anyone for that matter. But I think it was still the cutoffs were not seen as something as big as they are made to be today. The nature of the test has gone subjective, which is primarily the reason why students have been able to score so high. But one advice that I can give is that I think the students should not really focus on the college, rather they should look for the right course which they are interested in.
So I remember I was just looking at the paper the other day now that the cutoffs have come out, and you know how everybody likes to look at their own colleges and see the cutoffs. So I saw that English in LSR now has a cutoff of 98, which I thought was really, really ridiculous and high for an arts subject. And I remember thinking back to my time, which is a long time ago, in 1994 to be precise. And LSR at that time, which is where I eventually did graduation from and my master's, that had a cutoff of 80 in best of 4, and then you had to sit for an entrance exam for English. And I remember, that being fairly easy in getting in. I had got an 86.3 overall. And JMC also had the same system for English, which was written, which I also got through. In Hindu, there was no paper. You just have to have an 80% aggregate in 4 and walk in and get admission. So when I look at that and I look at this today, I really think things have changed. And I remember wanting to get into Stephens, but I had commerce without maths, and I had English and optional literature, which was quite a non-conformist sort of stream or combination. And in Stephens, the cutoff was 87 and I had 86.3, so I actually missed it by 0.7. And I refused to go to Hindu because my friends who had got lower than me in English, I had got a 94, they'd all got in their 80s. They were getting into Stephens and I wasn't because of this cutoff. So my point was like, if I can't go to Stephens, where all my friends who got less than me are getting it, I'm not going to go to Hindu, which is like a college off the road.
The process has entirely changed, the generation has entirely changed. The way it is being done, the admission process, initially at our time, the percentage was basically 60-70% was the good percentage that you scored in schools, and then you get admitted, and a lot of you need to fill the form, and then you submit to the individual colleges, and then you see your ranking and all, then you basis that you get admitted.
I think when I graduated in 2011, by that time, if I think I had scored 94, and had I scored these marks today, I don't think I would have made it to my college, and that's not a good situation. I mean, I think rather than your marks, what you learn in school, which is basically not really practical learning, or you're not really specializing. So you learn a little bit of everything in school, and that just because how good you are at rectification shouldn't be a factor in deciding the college you get into. So rather an SOP or a test would be a much better way to gauge a student's interest in a particular field and his aptitude and his ability to do well in a good college rather than just the marks.
Despite having an almost 90%, the only college I got admission in was Kirodi Mill for English. I lost out the competition. I lost out of the competition in Hansraj and in Hindu by 0.5%. There was never a second list. I ultimately went on to do my graduation in mass communication from Indraprasth College for Women, and that too because it was a entrance exam kind of a setup where your marks did not matter. And given the fact that now students are getting 100% in subjective examinations like English and yet not getting their preferred colleges, I think it's high time that Delhi University converts to an entrance exam kind of a setup so that everybody gets a fair chance.
I think DU cutoffs have always been, very high. DU has always been in the news for, very high cutoffs, and this is not something new. It's like it's been going on for years, and it's like there's so much of competition and it's getting tougher and tougher each and every year. And I think during my time it was like even I had to go through all the struggles which every DU student goes through as in, during the time of admissions. And even I was left out with, few pointers, few percentage. So I couldn't make through one of the colleges which I wanted to. And I think the struggle is more or less the same, which has been there, in the previous years, and now it's just that now it's going up to like 100%, and it's like it's very damn crazy. It's like the creamy colleges are just hitting off like 100% every time.
So we hope that all the students get admission to their preferred courses and colleges.
For such updates, log on to indiatoday.intoday.in/education. Till then, good luck.